NOLA comedy coming soon. Let's give it up for the folks who came here tonight. Everybody. Comics, audience members alike. It's a beautiful night here in Los Angeles. I'm Sam. I'm your host for tonight.
Yeah.
I'll just talk about Uber for a couple minutes and I'll get the show started. So I'm a avid Uber user. I'm terrified of driving, and my income is the Jewish daddy boomer money, and it's been so far it's been there for me. But like I can't even explain, because I also work in retail and I like form connections with people for no reason. But the issue, like with the passing customers, like, oh hi, bye, whatever. But it's like in Uber, like you're in the car, almost like you guys right now. You can't leave. No. So it's like I'm in the car and I can't tell which one of us is like more trapped, But no, I'm a pleasure to having class. But like on the way here, the Uber gets here every time. It's like my routine is like the Uber gets done, I say be right there. Even if I'm gonna be there in 30 seconds, I'm like, just so you know, like I see you, but like I'm gonna walk, I'm not gonna run. Like, I'm paying you like a lot. Even if the money's not going to you, driver, like I'm still paying to big Uber, and so I'm gonna like I'm gonna get every single boober. I'm gonna get every single drop, every dime's worth. Every dime of my dad's money's worth. And so I said, be right there, and he goes, your swiftness is appreciated.
Oh my.
I was like, didn't know I was getting in an Uber with a fucking angsty poet. Write me a poem over here on Uber chat. You know what I'm saying? I was like, so he's either in love with me or mad at me, and I don't know which one's, more hot. He was hot, and the music was good. And it was like halfway through, I was like, I just want to ask him what he's thinking. Like, that would be the weirdest fucking thing in the world. Like, I'm just sitting there, ask him to roll the window down. I always do. I'm like, is it okay to roll the window down? He had the child locks on, too. And I roll the window down, my head's out the window, and I'm like, I bet he's thinking what I'm thinking. I should ask him what he's thinking. Another time I was in an Uber, and I asked him, I said, like, what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you in an Uber? This was before I was doing stand-up, but I knew that I was going to have to stand up and tell other people's stories, because I wouldn't have enough of my own. And I was like, what's your craziest story? And he was like, well, one time, actually, right where I'm picking you up. Oh, first, he's like, my English isn't that great. So, be patient. First of all, he tells his story, like, word for word, Merriam-Webster. Like, it was trauma in his head. Like, it was, I was like, you should do the story for stand-up. I didn't tell him that, because I wanted it. So, he's like, right where I was picking you up from, this kid gets in the car, and he was like, hey, can I offer you cash? And the Uber driver's thinking, oh, cash, like, to go an extra distance, whatever. He was like, can I pay you $200 to let me suck your dick? And this man didn't take the offer. In this economy, you know what I'm saying? And he was only doing Uber. He wasn't even doing Uber and Lyft. You know what I mean? I'm like, are you really trying right now? Like, you're talking about your kids like you really care about them. Okay, guys, let's get the show started. I'm going to bring up our first comedian of the night. It's about to get really hilarious really quick. Let's get some big cannons for the one and only Shannon. Oh, everybody, give it up. Oh, that's about good.
We're going to have to work on different words to rhyme with Shannon.
I know it.
I'm going to have to get into the thesaurus on that shit. By the way, I love Monica the heckler. Oh, that is good stuff. You're like the most polite heckler ever. You would be the toughest person to deal with. You really would. Like the dude in Austin, this big old cowboy who wouldn't shut the fuck up and tried to smoke a cigar like 5 times. All right, that would be way easier than the polite jabs and little bit of advertising coming out of the not so cheap seats, but second row. Basically in the spit zone.
I bought that floaties.
It's just tough to deal with. I can like go ape shit on that dude. You'd be like, oh, it was such a polite heckle. don't know how to do that. It's like sending back something. You know your server's really cool. You know? So you guys like acid or shrooms or both? Shrooms. Shrooms are like if you're hitchhiking and you get picked up by a tie-dyed VW minibus, and they're like, "Hey man, let's go lay out in the desert and just like look at the stars." Acid, however, is like getting picked up by that same minibus, and then halfway through it turns into a methed out trucker who's like, "You ready to ride, son?" "We heading to cross country here. You ever seen Smokey and the Bandit? Oh my God, we got some road miles to go." One time I was on acid strictly, and we're driving around in like just back roads and shit, you know, as you will do. And out of nowhere, this rabbit runs right in front of me. Come on in, yo. I'm just telling acid stories. Alright. Yeah. Oh, I know that cat. He's got some acid stories. Okay. Alright. So, back roads on acid. Okay. Old blue Oldsmobile station wagon. Me and a friend. Tripping balls, and out of nowhere runs a rabbit, and I go like this and dodge the rabbit, and as I go into the other lane, there's this possum that goes like this, is like, whoo, and I take his head clean off. Right? Nothing I could do. But the thing was, in my acid riddled, you know, synapses up here, I made up an entire backstory within a split second of what just happened, okay? Because the look on the possum's face was this, okay? It was like, fucking rabbit, boom! And I just immediately knew that they were of the same age. They had grown up in the same spot. Okay, they were accustomed with each other, and this rabbit had ruined that possum's day several fucking times throughout their lives. Okay? Whether it was when he was trying to hook up with the other female possum and the rabbit came out of nowhere all jittery and, "You trying to steal my shit?" Right? You know, or whatever. It's the difference between acid and shrooms. Shrooms are going to take a long time to think about that. Acid, it happens immediately. You just immediately have an entire novella that would make, you know, Orwell go like, it's probably a little better than Animal Farm. Yeah. An anthology about Stalin. Shit. I'm getting old and I can't hear. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Deaf in my right ear.
What?
Totally deaf in my right ear. Yeah. Completely. Like, yeah, no, nothing. Not a thing. Just whoop. But that makes sirens extremely obnoxious to me when I am out on the street. And I do happen to live in LA and I take public transit. So there's a lot of times during the day you will find me going, you know, like this. But I'm just thinking that our technology has stepped up to such a point that we shouldn't have sirens anymore. Whenever there is an emergency vehicle within your vicinity traveling towards you, your seats in your car should just pinch you lightly. Right? You should have like a whispering headrest, like, "Honey, somebody just got nailed on Lancashire. You need to get over to the right. Little pinch. You just watch the traffic, just move over silently. Flashing lights, cool. Let them know you're there, but you know, no sound. Just right through. All right, let's get that bicyclist. Shit. Be a rich man. That shit. A pinching butt seat and whispering headrest. 2023, Shannon O'Donnell. Oh, man. Monica, you're from India, right? Or you're of Indian, you know, background, culture? Yeah. You know that India has the least amount of medals in the Olympics of any country that has been in it from the start?
Yes.
Okay. However, India also is about to overtake China as the most populous nation on the planet. And they wrote the Kama Sutra. So, what do you want to be good at? Floor exercise? You know? The biathlon? Triple jump? Or fuck it? I'm behind India on this one. You know what I mean? I think they chose the right sport. The rest of us just hide in shame, thinking it's not a sport. It is a sport. It's a giant sport. Are you kidding me? It is the sport. It's the sport you all agree on, like, with a wink and a nod and go like, all right, let's see how you do at this. I have both triumphed and failed many times. No, I'm in that 50-50 range. It depends on the night, ladies. You know. We're talking about the Church of Latter-day Saints. It's a nutty, nutty religion. They're all nutty. That was definitely striving for that gold medal. I've always thought that if you're phobic about anything, it holds you back. You know, because you don't see all possibilities. You wall yourself off from things. And the thing is that, like, the underground gangster, mafia, criminal element hasn't thought this through. Because all you have to do is centralize your organization in Salt Lake City, use your resources, power, and influence to make sure that gay marriage gets legalized in Utah, because polygamy is legal. All right? So imagine the lawyer walking into, you know, Mr. Mafia Don. He's like, hey, what's up, my little paisano, my little genius? What you got for me today? Like, Vinny, you're going to make gay marriage legal in Utah. I'm going to what? No, seriously. Listen. Legally, in the United States, a spouse cannot be coerced or prompted into testifying against a spouse. Therefore, you could marry your entire gang, and your gang would be exempt from testifying against you in court. I'm going to get behind the fag's right to betray God? Yes, you are. Because it's fucking smart. You're a fucking fag, aren't you? Like, yeah, Vinny, I am. I'm homosexual, all right? But, you know, it's not just about me. This is about us as an organization. And I just think that would be a hilarious. I think I can make a good little sitcom out of that one, because we'll get all the gangsters moving there to do the same exact thing, right? You'll have Bloods and Crips and fucking Russian mafia with the Italians all up in Salt Lake. Then you'll get like a bunch of gay people going there, because, you know, and they'll just mix. It'd be like a Castro district fucking. I don't know what's one of the good New York neighborhoods. There you go. Bye.
Give it for Shannon, guys. I'll tell you something, Shannon. I'll tell you something right now. Last mic, you're on stage, and I'm sitting there. Oh no, the person before you is on stage, and I'm sitting there. And in my head, I'm going, Bannon, Cannon, Dannon. I was going through all the letters, Shannon. I'm like, nobody go Rannon. And I was like, it's like.
Rhiannon's a good song by Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
Actually.
Fleetwood Mac, everybody give it up for Fleetwood Mac. For the last line. Woo, Stevie Nicks. Dude. What was I gonna say? I had a couple things I wanted to say about things that Shannon said. Oh, it would be so funny if a homophobe was on Fear Factor. And it's just RuPaul. Like, oh my god. That's what we need to do. That's like what we need to confront. That's the next Jubilee video right there. That's for a small crowd. The first and only time I ever did shrooms was with a friend from high school. You know, it has to be like a friend from now, not like a friend from high school. And it was like a friend from high school and her best friend, her mom's Jewish gay neighbor who grew them. And because I thought the Jewish part would cancel out, I thought I would have that with him. But it was just no, everyone was, come on in, come in. Come in. Come on in, give it up for you. Welcome. Sign-in's right there. And you can sit wherever you would like. But you can sit wherever. I would even let you sit there. I would have sat on the floor next to you, you know what I'm saying? What's your name?
Brian.
Sam, nice to meet you. Where are you from?
From Chicago.
I knew you weren't from LA because that's a real nice, cold coat. You know what I'm saying? I will know it's raining outside. I'll walk outside, toes out, just distraught, but also it's raining. Okay. Yeah. I think I'm ready for maybe someone else to talk. So, oh no! I don't know if you guys are ready for this. I'm ready for someone to sing right now. Because I don't know if y'all know, this is a Funky Friday at the one and only LA School of Comedy on Santa Monica Boulevard, Westwood. Okay, Westwood, we're about to get freaking wacky and funky in Westwood. I'm going to bring up our intern, our gal who makes this place go round. I don't know how we did it without her. One and only Monica, everybody! Sing us a little song. I dare you.
Oh, shit. Anyways, so, here at LA, sorry, can y'all hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Here at LA School of Comedy, it's Funky Friday, so, our Monday and Wednesday shows are mainly just comedy, but on Fridays we invite you if you want to sing, do poetry, do some interpretive dancing. I don't know what you do. So just, it's all fun here, so, I really wanted to sing this week, so thank y'all for listening. This is not comedic. Maybe if I'm bad, you can laugh. So anyway. Either ways, hope you'll be entertained. Thank you.
Yeah. Sing.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I meant to say before I start. Something went on there. The song I'm singing, it's called Exothermic, and it's by an artist named Fauzia. Thank you. Dancing around in the rain again, 'cause you said that I was my only friend. Playing with the flowers that I picked myself, because I know they won't come from anybody else. Wrap myself up to all my hands, from the biting ice that you made them stand. Trace my footsteps in the water, 'cause you said when you left I'd be lost forever and ever, whatever. I'm still moving cities and I'm still causing storms. I don't know if you know this, but when I shoot I score. Took this pain inside of me, turned it into cold. I made this exothermic, watch my heart explode. Dancing around the dark again, but I'm happier now than I ever was then. Feel my heart as it blaze, making room for another in these better days. I'm still moving cities and I'm still causing storms. I don't know if you know this, but when I shoot I score. Took this pain inside of me, turned it into gold. I made this exothermic, now watch my heart explode. Watch me watch me exothermic. Oh, I'm so exo, watch me exo, burn this, I deserve it. Oh, I'm exothermic, yeah, watch me exo. Watch me exo, burn this, I deserve it. Oh, I deserve this. I deserve it all. still moving cities, and I'm still causing storms. I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you noticed. When I shoot, I score. I turn it in gold. I made this exothermic. Now watch my heart explode. Now I'm exothermic. Oh, watch me exo. Oh, watch me exo. Burn this. I deserve it. Oh, I'm exothermic. And watch me exo. Oh, watch me exo. Burn this. I deserve it. Oh. Also, Shannon, you said something about like Indians not getting any Olympic medals. We don't get medals. We just medal. Thank you.
So I work at the mall, and we play music inside our store and also outside the mall. So I'll like lean my ear in and I'll be like, which one? And like right now my favorite one is like, solid as a rock. And I'm doing that and it keeps saying it. It says it a lot of times. And you think they're not gonna say it again. I'm holding the hand sanitizer Bath and Body Works. I'm like, salad, and the girl cleaning walks by and she's like, shut the fuck up. Cause I'm funky. I'm funky like that at the Beverly Center. I told myself, I said, Sam, stop telling people the mall that you work at. You could say you work at Bath and Body Works. You don't need to say Bath and Body Works at the Beverly Center. Because then, you get it, people go, oh, I know where to find you. Only one guy said that, and he was a customer too. I was like, I know, like I saw you at my store, like I was there, you were there. Okay, last thing, I wear an apron, right? And everyone else does, not just me. And so, why do people keep asking me if I work there? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what about me, like, is giving the energy that, like, I don't even work at Bath -- Body Works. I bought the apron. Like, I don't know who I paid to let them, like, let me stand out there. But, no. Okay, this is the last thing. But have you guys seen the movie Holes?
Yes.
Do you remember Zero?
Yes.
I saw him at the mall.
What?
I saw this guy, this famous guy. I saw, okay, it doesn't even matter. But that happened today. And I was like, because this is what I do when I see a famous person. I go, are you an actor? Which is such a fuck you. You know what I mean? I said that to Nia Long. I was like, are you an actress? She's like, she's like wearing, like, I don't know what it is about celebrities and like casual wear. Like they think it's so fucking hot. Like just because it gently clings to your ass, like you're not hot right now. Like you look like everybody else. She was so sweet. I don't know why I'm saying any of this. She was so sweet. Give it up for Nia Long. Oh my god! People are scared of being canceled. I'm like, the day I get canceled, first of all, I'll say sorry immediately. And then second of all, that's how I know I'm famous. Okay. Let's bring up our next comedian. Let's get some laughs. Let's get some more laughs. And then let's keep laughing with the comedy, the one and only Anya West. Let's give it up for Anya, you guys! His outfit's kind of nice, I feel like, right? His outfit! Yeah! Fashionably. Okay.
Fashion. Alright, let's chop it up. How's it going, baby? I feel like it's been a minute. I don't know, man. It's Women's History Month, man.
Yeah.
In March.
History. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you feel me? It's the month. I don't have beef with women, but I do want to ask them to maybe we could share the month. I don't know. Let's talk about it. It sounds wild, but I wanna exchange and trade the previous month that we had, Black History Month. It just passed. I don't really have beef with the fact that it's the shortest month of the year. I mean, that's what y'all, I don't even count the days. But I just feel like it would just make a lot of sense. Like, think about it. Like, we teaching the kids, like, oh, like, Miss Johnson, what month is Black History Month? It's like, oh, well, they was marching, so it's March. You get me? Like, that would be hard. That would make sense to me. I don't know. I want to help the kids out. I don't know. Y'all beef with me because I'm like, it's women's history. It's already a month. I'm like, all right, I don't know. Move everybody down a month. I don't know the situation. Who has the next month? I don't know. Is it Alzheimer's awareness? Do they know? Fuck it. We were talking about movies. You said holes. Speaking of movies about older times, there was a movie that I recently watched. It was called The Harder They Fall. Idris Elba's in it. It's an amazing movie. If you haven't seen it, please tune in. Don't miss out. But I did learn something about myself watching that movie. I was like, I don't think I'm built for like the cowboy times, because like the whole duel situation, I couldn't do it. Like if somebody tells me, hey man, I hate you. Let's go outside, get our guns, take 10 steps, and turn around and see who gets to kill who. Well, I already know what you was gonna do. As soon as you turn your back, you right there. I had the gun already right here. Somebody was gonna die today anyway. The police ain't gonna get involved. Like what? Why y'all mad? Somebody's gonna die. It just couldn't be me. I had a horse race at 6. I gotta get to it. I gotta get to it. I got business. What else I want to talk about? Oh, I like this joke. Let's talk about it. One thing about growing up that's been really cool is I like that I can watch movies comfortably, right? Like when you're younger, you watch a movie and your parents walk in. It's like the movie all of a sudden gets super sexual. Like have y'all ever been in that situation? like you could be watching like Jaws, like shark attacks. You're like, oh my God, this movie's crazy. Your mom and dad walk in and like, how about if we have sex with the shark? You're like, what the hell? Who the hell had this dumbass idea? What are you trying to do with the shark? I don't know where that would come from. It's just all of a sudden. So my mom came in. I was talking to my friends recently, and we were talking about like, you know, how we're all growing up, and you know, everybody's getting better jobs, you know, getting that salaries, you know, getting them salaries. That's the goal, benefits and salaries. And the homie was like, man, like I'm excited like to move into this next realm, you know, of financial security. And I'm not worried because I know money is not going to change me. I immediately left the conversation because I understand that money will change me. I'm 100% sure. I've already seen it change me in small amounts. Like, I know it will do it. Like, think about it. Throughout the week, I'll be eating, like, toast, ramen, bagels, cereal, regular foods. Sufficing. It's good. Soon as my money hit my account for my paycheck on Friday, my whole diet changes. I'm like, I go to a restaurant, order shit I had never ordered before. I'm like, give me the filet mignon. They're like, what the hell? The filet mignon gets the one, the expensive one. How do I want it? Well done. Of course I want it done the best way. Do it the best. The West, yes. My first time doing it. Do it the best way. Why would I want it any other way? Well done. That's the... I don't know.
Ruin that meat.
Hey, the chef is there. Let him do the job. Do the job, chef. Do it the best way. The well way. The well way. Speaking of talking to my friends, these guys are so stupid. I was trying to convince my friend. I was like, hey, man, I think you need to put the jewel pods down, man. I think you got to leave it alone, dog. I don't think it's not really cool no more. It's falling out of style. And he got to a point where it's like, they never want to admit that they get to this point where it's too much. Like, he was looking for it, right? He's tweeting, where's my pen? Then he takes the whole seat out of his vehicle, the whole seat out of the car to find the pen, which is under the thing. And I was like, bro, you tweaking out. Like, what's the issue? Like, bro, I need the flavor. I said, you doing all this for mint? Mint got you acting like this? Mint ain't never did that to me. What type of mint do you got? Mint, I got gum in the car. I have gum in my pocket. We can have mint right now. There's so many ways to get that flavor. I don't know. It's something else. It's got to be something else. Man, what else I want to talk about? Dude, I didn't even know I was injury prone. Dude, I didn't know I was injury prone. I just was like, man, dang, another injury. And like, I started like posting to Instagram whenever I got hurt. And then people were like, now people don't even wish me well anymore. Like nobody's like, oh man, get well soon. Oh man, rest up. You know, ice that. They'll give me advice. They'll do nothing. They just like, damn again. I'm like, how the hell? No love, no compassions. What happened to the compassions? Because I sprained my ankles. I sprained both ankles.
Oh, Lord.
Separately. Sprained one, came back, sprained the other. Congratulations. Wow. Equality. Then I sprained both wrists and bruised my tailbone. Right? Playing basketball, so my little bruise me. Haters gonna hate. We rock. So I'm recovering from the wrist injuries right now. My wrists are a little stiff, but I can do this now. Hey, you can do this before. And I was taking out the trash at work, and getting hurt at work that alone sucks. But getting hurt at work before you clock in is really bad. It's like, damn. Why can't I do this on daytime? Staying out of the trash, fucking pallet jack fell, sliced my hand. I was like, I wasn't even like in pain. Like, and that's another reason I knew I was injury prone. Cause I don't even feel compassion for myself. I'm just like, damn, nigga, again. Like, I'm with them. I agree when my friends say that shit. For people that don't know me, I am Nigerian. I was born in Nigeria, raised in America, and it was really cool. Last year around January, I got to go back to Nigeria for my birthday, New Year's, Christmas, that whole holiday season. It was real nice and fun. But being there, it's like when you're here, it's like, okay, I know I'm Nigerian. It's like, everyone's like, oh, I kind of blend in. But in Nigeria, it's like even they knew that I was a little different. Like, it was you could see how they would greet us, right? Me, my dad, and my cousins walk into the store. They see my dad. Aye, greetings, chief. Come in. Aye, greetings, chief. Aye, compliments of the city. Yes. Then my little cousin, my little cousin come in. Aye, little chief. Come on. Aye, come in. You want some candy, little chief? Aye, come on. They see me. What is up, my nigga? What the hell? What happened to the chiefery? Why am I not partaking in the chiefery? It's just not fair. I don't know how they know, but they knew. They knew. It might be the earrings. It's a day giveaway. What's my time looking like?
You're like 2.5.
We can give that to the room. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for the time. Shit off the chest and Kanye West. Funky Friday. Let's get lit.
Ryan, guys. I'm coming to the stage. Shout out Anya for shouting me out on the stage. Give it up. Give it up, you guys. Comedy. So you're performing, Brian, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're performing. You don't want to perform? You're itching, no? Okay.
Next time.
Next time, okay. Vaping for me has been really cathartic. I've met a lot of friends through it. One time I was at a party, right? Okay, at a party. And I walked up to this girl, and she was the kind of girl who is the opposite of the person who I'd speak to, so when intoxicated, the first. You know what I mean? It's like, I'll do everything. So I walked up to her and I was like, oh my god, girl. My friend is so addicted to nicotine, and she just really needs like a quick hit of your vape. Do you think I could just grab it for a second? And she was like, oh my god, yeah. And I took it and I stared her right in the eye and I just hit it like 4 times. So just keep it back for that flavor on you. It's not just mint, it's cool mint. It's Arctic Icy. It's an aloe grape flume pebble. All real words. Just like like the pebble has like changed my life. We had an anti-vaping assembly at school, but they just called it the vaping assembly, right? And I was like, okay, like I bring my vape, I'm like, it's my little holder, I'm like, oh. And Leonardo DiCaprio actually used to go to my high school to pick up his girlfriends. No, he used to go there. So he made it. I don't know. Someone talked about how his forehead is really big right now.
Now?
Is anybody gonna talk? Like, no, but that's not my joke or something, like, that's not my observation or anything, but I agree. And his cheeks are kind of getting, like, weird. Have you noticed that about him? It's like a Zac Efron effect with Leo.
Oh,
You're not listening at all.
I'm saying, like, I ain't seen bro.
Right. You don't look at him like that.
I don't hang out with bro.
Right. Yet.
What?
You're not his type at all. Okay, so I'm at the vaping assembly, right? And this woman has a PowerPoint and like a blazer. And she talks about her addiction, which is shopping. And I'm just like, girl, like, you should try a vape. Like, it's just such a better addiction. Do you know what I mean? Like, people who come to Bath and Body Works and they look at me and they're spending $300 and they're like, I'm addicted, right? Okay. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna give it up for you because I'm gonna bring you up now. Like, give it up for Jan. She is my favorite right now. This girl laughs, she looks, she sees me. I'm so excited to hear what you have to say. Give it up for Jan, you guys. Woo! From Sam to Jan. Get up here. I'm so excited. Thanks. Woo! Woo!
Hello, my name is Jan, and I am a Lego-aholic. Yes! Can't stop playing with Legos. I'm hooked.
Hell yeah.
And it's not play, it's serious business.
Yeah.
Starts out all innocent. You know, when you're a kid, you see your parents bring it home, so you think, it must be okay. You see your friends do it, so you think, it must be okay. Then before you know it, you're hiding your stash around the house. Oh, no. Then you hit the hard stuff. Nothing less than 3,000 pieces. And just when you think you hit brick bottom, You meet others like you, and they're supportive, and you join a group, and they say, it's okay. Stand up and say it out loud. I'm Jan Williams, and I like Legos. Oh, that does feel good to get that secret out there. I do feel better. So happy to be here. So happy to get that secret out there. So happy to meet new people. And yet I'm so upset over Bed Bath & Beyond closing more stores. And I don't even know why I'm so upset. I've never even been in one. Never even been in one. Now all of a sudden everything's 70% off. So I went in one. That store's full of stuff I didn't know I needed. So I stuck around for one of their demonstrations in the Beyond section. Or as you and I would call it, the kitchen. Then I thought, no, that's why I don't go into that store. I don't cook. I don't like to cook, don't want to learn to cook. I'm not a foodie. I'm not food curious. Although I did experiment in college. I don't care why the chocolate cake is delicious. I only want to know why I don't have any. And that kind of ties into the whole good news, bad news thing. So the good news is, my husband quit smoking. Yay! Woo! Woo! Bad news is, now he can taste my cooking. Now I gotta start cooking with flavor. Apparently burnt isn't one. And apparently the 5 food groups are not canned, jarred, boxed, delivered, and frozen. And apparently Pepto's not meant to be a minty dessert treat. And who knew that popcorn was the only thing that's supposed to explode in the microwave? So my friends tell me, oh, thanks. That was like 2 minutes right there, put that in there. And my friends tell me that I'm supposed to be tasting my food while I'm cooking it. Oh, so I tried that. It's terrible. Not doing that. Took one of those cooking crash courses online. Totally destroyed the dessert cart. But it was okay because I got the insurance. And you know what they say? Like a good neighbor, they'll help you put out the fire. So on Sunday, I called Mr. Husband. I called him Mr. Husband. So I woke up Mr. Husband on Sunday and I said, I fixed breakfast. He took 2 bites and went, still broken. The next day I thought I'd be all fancy, make him a fancy dinner. Right, I called him at work and I said, dinner will be served between 5 and 7. And then after eating that meal, he said, you should be serving between 5 and 7. But on my own defense, though, that food poisoning was not premeditated. Okay, so then I thought, well, I think what I'll do is try something new. So I went to the farmer's market. The only thing I got there was sticker shock. $12 for 1 dozen eggs.
What?
$12!
Boo.
I asked the vendor why so pricey. He said, I deliver my free-range eggs. It's like, in what, a free-range Rover? A friend of mine said, did they taste like $12 eggs? Like, well, hell, I don't know. I didn't buy them. $12 is not chicken feet. Took my $12, went to Ralph's, bought 2 dozen PBR. No cooking in beer, no cholesterol. That's why it's for dinner. And then while I was at the grocery store, I learned that almond milk is basically hot water poured over almond nuts. So I thought, what would happen if I poured hot water over my husband's nuts? Would I get man milk? That would explain at least my impulse purchase of malted milk balls. But do an impulse buy, because on the way home I remembered that, oh, he had a vasectomy, I should have got milk duds. So don't do that. Oh, let's see. Okay. Do you ever have one of those days where it's just bad, you get up on the wrong side of the bed? This morning I got up on the wrong side of the bed, which is supposed to mean, ooh, wrong things are going to happen all day. And then I thought, oh, that's dumb. That's just an old wives' tale. And then I thought, shit, I am an old wives'. I was right. It went wrong. It was that morning where you have water, no coffee. You have cereal, no milk. Pancakes, no gin. That's no way to start the day. And then it gets worse, of course, because I went shopping. And I don't even like to shop, which might be the real reason my husband married me. So not only did I go shopping, I went to the mall. I'm too old for the mall. I am. I don't need to be hanging out with those young shoppers, the millennials. There's no store called Forever 61. Don't need that. Then I lived the indignity of that fairy tale, Goldilocks and the Three Bras. You know the story. The first one was too big. Well, that's no good. No support there, like my ex-husband. Second one's too small. The sales lady said, well, maybe you should try a bralette. It's like, why? Do I have titlets? Of course, I finally did get the just right one. I ended up going to Home Depot for shelving. So I'm not going back to the mall. And what could be worse than shopping at the mall with the millennials? Ladies, what could be worse? Shopping for jeans. There is no easy way for women to shop for jeans. There just isn't. And it's not our fault. There's no standardized sizes for women's jeans, right? The problem is the manufacturers can't even decide on what numbers to use to designate sizes, right? Some use even, some use odd, some use both. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Oh, 7/8. I'm not a fraction. I'm a whole person. Stuff both legs in there. Can't help it. So I'm thinking, if biologists are smart enough to figure out a regulatory code for DNA, why can't they figure out a regulatory code for the gap? And men don't have this problem. Men do not have this problem. My husband can walk into any store, grab a pair of 30-32, hit tap pay, he is in line at Cinnabon. I'm still standing in line waiting to try on 30-32 pair, regretting I went to Cinnabon. So eventually, you do find a size. Hooray! Now you gotta pick out a style. Shit. Do you want ankle pants, flare pants, microflare, cropped, straight cut, boot cut, loose, slouch, relaxed? Sculpted, super skinny, skinny, wide leg, narrow leg, leggings, jeggings, tights, boyfriend, girlfriend, round butt, flat butt, button fly, zipper fly, what to try, not gonna buy any of them.
And jeggings.
Now I sound like I'm shopping with Dr. Seuss. I could not pay full price, but I found a pair that fit quite nice. I will wear them here and there. I will wear them everywhere. Turns out that I like to shop. Problem now, I cannot stop. So I'm going to wrap it up by just reminding everyone, when your day is wrong to begin, run to the store and stock up on gin. Thank you.
Give it up for Jen! Jen with the gin! I love that. I really love that. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you.
Thanks,
I'm glad I'm here.
I can't find that over here. Shit, what was I gonna say to you? I don't know. It was something real good. Shopping? No. God.
Gin.
And pancakes. Okay. Are we okay? Yeah. Okay, awesome. You're going up, Trent, right?
Yeah.
You feel like going up right now?
Sure.
Okay, guys.
I'm just getting a water.
Oh, I'm so done. I don't even need to pick on the one person in the middle. That is so funny. Okay. Should I? I'm still. You wanna go? Oh yeah. Restrooms open. Go to the bathroom while I'm up here. This is an intermission.
Hey!
So in this intermission, I'll just tell you guys some things about myself. I'm in therapy. I only get 45 minutes, so I guess I'll use these 5 minutes as the 50 minutes I thought I was paying for. I mean my Jewish boomer dad. My therapist is really awesome. She's actually getting married to my old therapist. They're both beautiful, blonde, femme, queer women. And I don't think I'll be invited to the wedding. And almost every time I see, is it stressing you out? That's so loud. There's so much happening. Let me know when you guys are good though. So I'll just keep talking about my therapist. Trent, how you feeling?
Okay.
Good to go? Okay, guys, I'm gonna bring up our next comic! Okay, well, let's think of a pun. Trent!
The like fake enthusiasm that every open mic host has. That would be weird if people were actually that excited about open mics. Like legitimately. Anyway.
You haven't met Stan.
That's real.
Don't do that.
So,
Fake.
anybody else here bad with money?
Yes.
Yeah, does anybody else ever do this? I'm so bad with money that I let this rich girl sell me her birthday. Now, she's immortal and I aged double. And I'm a Virgo, and now I'm a fucking dirty Leo, too. Maybe a Leo, just don't do it around my kids. Always bragging about speaking snail. So there I am, trying to, like, make up on all the time, because I'm aging double, riding a fixed gear bike, but it breaks down. So I'm just walking, aging every 2 seconds for every 1 second to the bus stop, and, you know, the bus stop has a bunch of weirdos. There's this Medusa chick sitting there. She's not the weird one. There's a guy wearing a dolphin skin baseball cap. Tell because of the blowhole. I'm like, dude, that's not cool. And then, like, one of the snakes from the Medusa's hair is, like, hissing at him, and he fucking hits it. And he yanks at one of them. And I'm like, all right, that's it. So I take the yellow street lines off the street, and I strangle this guy to death. Yeah. You know what, though? The cop saw me. Bummer. So I run into a gas station bathroom, and the guy who was there last isn't there, but his reflection is still in the mirror. His actual's a homeless dude, but his reflection's a doctor, but he's stuck in that mirror. And he sticks his neon green arms out of the mirror and he goes, "Kid, you got cancer. Big time cancer. And the cure for cancer is CPR." So he jumps out of the mirror and turns into 20 mini doctors, lands on my lungs, goes, "I'm good, I'm on the run again." And, you know, I'm cool. I know train hoppers. I see a mailman. I hop an envelope. It's just filled with bears and piranhas. Air piranhas. They don't even need water. You know what? I'm allergic to bees. I worked for a beehive once, giving cats the Heimlich maneuver. Until they coughed up hairballs to use as wigs for the bees inside the beehive. So I'm not scared of a few bears and piranhas. And it gets dropped off at this 66-year-old woman's house I want to have a one-night slam dunk with. We're so attracted to each other, we snort the gills right off from each other. First thing, all the way. She jacks off my antennas with her roots. And when we're done fucking, we're putting, I'm a comedian, we talk about sex, that's what that, so we're putting our body parts back together, and we accidentally put on the wrong heads. It looked funny, it was a viral video. I was actually in a relationship with this woman for a little while, but like one night she was so fucked up, she was drunk, that like she was just spilling text out of her phone all the way to the bathroom, just a trail of text. I know I shouldn't look at it because it's spying, but I like pick up one of the text messages, and I found out our dog that I thought ran away, she actually put down with a hammer because he was meowing too much. And then she still had the audacity to take everything from me. I'm like, I don't have anything, and she took half my bones. Right now, every other one, I'm like a walking Jenga tower. And when she was hitting the dog with a hammer, she struck oil. Didn't know there was a bunch of oil in that dog, so she has a lot of money. Anyway, I've never cried, because I'm a dude, you know what I mean? I see a volcano, I'll fuck that thing up, kick it right in the bladder. So I never cried, but I cried, and I don't have a tear duct, but it said tear duck, and it cried an egg, and what it hatched me crying an egg, and what that hatched, it hatched me crying an egg. There was this little egg tunnel. I reached in the center of the egg tunnel, and you know what I found? Key to the secret 8th day in between Saturday and Sunday. You know what that means? 3-day weekend! No, not in this economy. Now I have to work 6 days out of the 8 days out of the week. Dude, that makes my skin crawl. Till it learns how to walk. Then I wake up and I don't have any skin on. And I hate to sound vain, but I won't even leave the house if I don't have my skin on. And I'm an organ donor. You know what I mean? And I didn't even have that hard of a job. You know, I was just a feng shui consultant. You know, like, I met this guy who was like, I'm sick of sweeping liquid dirt for 5 cents a day. So I just put his socks in his underwear drawer, And now his job is finding suitcases full of money on the sidewalk weekly. That pays under the table. Yep. This other person was like, oh, I don't like this awful relationship I'm in, and I just like moved a coffee pot, and now it's great. And so I was going to go feng shui this washed up celebrity some popularity, and I was running late. I was just running, and I saw a bookshelf, and I feng shuied that bookshelf into a train. I got in the train to go to this meeting. This is how washed up she is. The meeting was on the 14th floor of a high heel shoe. Her own shoe that she's walking in. So anyway, I get in the train, and you know what's in the fucking train? Those dumbass cops that saw me strangle a guy to death. I'm like, I just feng shuied a train with some fucking stupid ass cops in here. So the thing is, if you see cops, okay, there's too many laws, so you got to give them a lobotomy. You know. Luckily, we live in a state where we can get medical and recreational lobotomies.
What?
Yeah. It just helped me like not feel so stressed. I get a little lobotomy. Actually, I was on my high school's varsity Russian roulette team, and the lobotomies actually stopped.
I thought you were gonna say varsity lobotomy club. I would have been so scared.
No, there was no varsity. I was in the lobotomy club though. That was no, so you know that's what I was doing, and you know all I spent my money on anyway was fucking. You got anybody here ever go to an oxygen bar?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's all I open to close oxygen. And then when it closed, black market oxygen. I had a fucking scuba tank next to my bed, and the first thing I do when I wake up is just breathe. Real heavy and hard. You know, and then I'm like, okay, I'm obsessed with air. I'm like, so there's airbags for cars, right? Why not airbags for pedestrians? Something hits you, boom, airbag. So I'm installing one of these airbags, and I accidentally installed it in someone's head. He blew up, airhead style. And I'm like, okay, I'm too addicted. I gotta get off this stuff, you know, oxygen. So I just moved to the bottom of the Pacific Ocean for a couple of years. It was boring though. There was nothing to do, and the dispensaries were really expensive, and it was about to start snowing. So now I'll tell you a story before I go. Okay? Woo. I don't know if I forgot anything from that section. Anyway, so here's a story you can visualize. It's about a girl that goes to get an abortion. She lays on the table. The doctor pulls the blanket up and looks under the blanket. Then you see an adult dressed as a baby in an alley and a glowing eye looking at him. The doctor puts his hand under the blanket, then a glowing hand's going towards the baby going, abortion, abortion, abortion. The doctor says, I gotta go in. He does a flip under the blanket, he's in the alleyway. The baby gets on a motorcycle. The abortion doctor gets in a taxi cab and he goes, follow that baby! And they have a shootout scene within her city. And then the boyfriend calls in a video above her head and says, you get it done yet or what? I've been waiting like 10 minutes. In the background you can see it says, any fetus can feed us. And he goes, you know what? This is like too depressing. I'm gonna do a flip out of this video. And then he flips out of the video and starts dialing on her stomach, and the doctor picks up a phone made out of an umbilical cord, and he says, I can't take this umbilical call right now. Boyfriend goes, are you the world's slowest abortioner? I'm taking care of it right now. The baby's being lynched with the umbilical cord over a bridge, but next to the doctor, there's some barrels that say 50 gallons of explosions. The baby shoots it, everything blows up. You see the inner city of her just right there, and all the cars and everything, and the boyfriend, the dad, everybody's in the same room. Turns out that it's not an actual baby, it's her inner child. And you shouldn't abort that, because then you're like, I'm going to do laundry and not have fun. But it's also her inner dad, because of intercest. And he's like, yeah, you can abort real kids, but not, you know, fetuses, but not your inner child. But yeah, real ones, yeah. I'll just say this before I get off, a real thing. The year 1900, the population was 2 billion. Hundreds of thousands of years to get to 2 billion. We just surpassed 8. It's fucking nuts. And 126 years after. I can think about it.
Yay! Yay! Give it up for Drake, guys! Shannon, I'm sad you missed that set. I feel like you
Yes.
would really fuck with that set. The whole time I was like, where's
Honestly,
Shannon?
I believe I've probably seen it a couple times.
Hey, y'all know each other?
Yeah.
Cute.
I've seen him before, yes.
Cute. I love when that happens, you know, when you're like, you guys should meet, and it's like, we know each other. What did I write down? Sometimes when you were talking, that's what I thought AI would sound like. And then it sounds like AI was so boring compared to you, you know what I'm saying? Like, everyone was like, I can write my essays. I was like, you sound so sad. But then what would I do with AI? Really, really talk to it all the time. And it would be like, I can't help you with this, I can't help you with this. Seek a professional, seek a professional, seek a professional. Something else I was thinking about is like, remember when COVID was like hella just like, you know, like viral? Like it was trending and like people would like cross the street if they saw you coming like from a block away. Like imagine if we ran out of oxygen, right? This isn't science, Shannon. But like, do you think in a scenario where people would like have to breathe into each other's mouth, like not mouth to mouth, but like group of people in a room, everyone's like, quit, like, because we were so quick to cover up. I'm just saying, it doesn't go both ways. That's why stand-up's so powerful, Jan, because we're all open ourselves, that we're breathing each other's mouth. There's this thing on the mic, and not one. Let's give it up for the fact that nobody came up here and was like, what's this condom on the mic? Let's give it up for that. Let's give it up for that, because every time, and I'm enthusiastic. Here's the thing, Trent. I am enthusiastic. Over enthusiastic. I mean, you know, it's subjective. But what was I gonna say about that? Oh shit. You know, I don't know. Let's keep the show going though. Oh fuck, that's how enthusiastic I am about that. Fuck it, fuck me. Okay. COVID across the street breathing each other's mouths. No, that was all of it. I'm just picturing. It's like old people, young people. Fuck the dogs. All the dogs are dead. You want to go up next?
Yeah.
Are you okay? How you feeling?
I'm good.
Yeah, I was gonna bring up someone who came before you because you came a little late.
Alright.
But you are on the list, babe! Give it up for Brian for being on the list with a beanie. I am gonna bring up our next comic, the one and only Patty, everybody!
Hi, Patty. That's right. How are you? Fine name you have. Give it up for Patty, for fuck's sake. Damn it.
Good shoes.
Look at this crowd here. Look at the bunch of you. My God, a fine looking group. Most of you. Look, give it up for Trent, man. Come on. Trent, what a delightful, absurd bit. I really, as eternally Catholic boy from the south side of Chicago, I'm offended by the last abortion bit, but as a comedian, funny as shit. Just fucking funny. And you know, the other thing is, I'm pretty sure I bought some acid from you at a Grateful Dead concert in 1989. Either that or did you play the drums in the band on the Muppet Show briefly? It was way back when. Hey, come on! It's Muppet humor! Yeah, it's an enthusiastic crowd we have here tonight. Brian's here from Chicago. Give him a round of applause. Witness Protection Program.
Yeah.
I've had an incredible week. I was accused of being the oldest Backstreet Boy by someone at the mall. Although women in their mid-40s will mistake me for an aging boy band member every once in a while. O-Town? I love Jan, that was wonderful, but you did use one of my trigger words, which is Legos. I fucking wanted Legos.
Yes.
I dreamed of Legos. But as a poor boy on the south side of Chicago, you know, I got a stick and a fucking hula hoop that I could push down the street.
And a potato.
I had yeah, there you go, a potato. There you go. Give it up for Jen. She'll be narrating the rest of my act. No, that's okay. Look, that's not even a proper heckle. So that's okay. God bless Jen. Give her a round of applause. Yeah. Show her a little love for God. Yeah, I had I'm at a specific age where I get different types of gigs, and I did an assisted living home. It's called City View last week. And what they forgot that's right, you opened the last time I was there. And this time they didn't tell me, it was for the Alzheimer's ward. Yeah, the Alzheimer's ward. It was a pretty easy gig. I just told the same joke over and over and over. Played an Alzheimer's ward last week. It was a pretty easy gig. I just told the same joke over, over, over. played an Alzheimer's sport last week. I just told the same joke over and over. There we go. Something's got to fucking happen here. I love the fact that we all like I love the comment about the fake enthusiasm, because where else do you find would-be funny people who don't fucking laugh than at shitty open mics where if you go to one and there's any fucking enthusiasm at all, that must be bad. That can't possibly be fucking real. I want to go to another open mic where there's 5 comics in the back staring at their phone, do your best stuff, and then walk out of there and jump off a fucking building. That's what I expect. How dare you be amused at a comedic open mic? God forbid my enthusiasm. I'm so fucking wrong. It's just so fucking wrong. The other thing that pisses me off are Swiss Army knives. Somebody, Shannon is referred to as the Swiss Army knife of comedy. I don't know if you know this. Yeah. Swiss Army knife. This is not a military grade weapon, okay? It comes with a fucking corkscrew and a mustache comb. Maybe if you're an Armenian girl on a fucking picnic, that's useful. And are there any Swiss people here? Well, good. Let's fucking talk about it. These fucking Swiss. Have you ever met a Swiss person? I've never met one in my life. The total population of Switzerland is 8 million, and they export 3 billion cuckoo clocks a year. Who's buying all these fucking clocks? That's all I got to say about that. But the Swiss aren't really, they're actually a social construct. They were just fucking non-violent Germans with a math fetish that went up north to count all the fucking ill-gotten gains. The Germans, about twice a century, they're a rough bunch, Do you remember back in 1989? Well, some of you weren't here. Brian was, so Brian and me were drinking on the south side of Chicago. People don't know this. It was kept out of the press. But the day after the two Germanys got back together, remember the big party? They were drinking and partying. They accidentally invaded Poland again.
That's right.
You've got to fucking watch them. That's all I'm saying. And I don't know much about this Hitler. I never met him. People talk a lot of shit about him. He's dead. He's not here to defend himself. But I'm going to go out on a limb here tonight because I'm a brave comedian. Hitler wasn't funny. Okay. There were not a lot of Jewish writers available at the time. But he was not funny. He had a funny fucking mustache. Let's admit it. But it's never been funny since. How evil do you have to be to ruin a mustache? Remember that mustache belonged to Charlie Chaplin, American's favorite little tramp, and also pedophile. Or the cherubic Oliver Hardy. Remember the befuddled Oliver Hardy? Once Hitler used it, done. Over. Gone. Hitler almost took over the world. Didn't faze him. He got married the day before he went down in the bunker. One day of marriage and he blew his brains out. Just tells you it's bad. Like Eva Braun is walking around the bunker. You call this a bunker? Because you said, what is it? March is Women's Month? Anya's busy on his phone. Is it Women's Month?
It is.
It may be a man's world, but in my house, women rule. My house is ruled by women. My wife, I've got 2 daughters, and I'm the proud father of a Jewish daughter. How about that? I had an affair, a brief and torrid affair, with an Israeli nymphomaniac. The sex was out of this world, but there was too much fucking haggling. There's way too, because Israelis like to haggle. Okay, I'll break this down for the rest of you. But my biggest hope for her is that, because I'm too old to blame my parents for my problems. 59, I'm old enough to blame my children. And my biggest hope for her is that she can be financially successful enough to pay for her own therapy. Nothing. I get nothing for that. My other daughter is 28 years old. She is a criminal lawyer. She makes 6 figures, still on my phone plan. Did anybody here have children? Have anybody created at all? Because we're in bad shape. Someone's got to pay into my fucking Social Security. Nobody fucking out there. You guys got to start fucking.
Sorry, man.
That's okay. I've got faith in you. You can do it.
Yeah, you can do it.
You can do it.
Fully 18 years old.
Hey, listen. That was not odd at one time. women having children at later ages, this is a look. Let's have a round of applause right now for the LGBTQ community. Right here, let's show our support. Okay, now I want a round of applause for the H's, the heterosexuals, who made all those other fucking letters possible. There's only one fucking way into the world, and that's it. But here's the thing, you put letters you attach for all this alternate sexual behavior existed way before you guys did. All that shit was being done, you just put letters next to them to confuse me and Jan. It's good. I got in trouble. I did a show in Pasadena, and I booked this comedian every week, a trans man, and I asked the trans man if the testosterone helps with parallel parking. And I got just about that fucking reaction. But I'm not going to stop telling that joke because it's funny, and also you don't get the full range of the male experience without that prostate exam. When you get that, that's when you're a man, when they give you that. You know, it's just, it can be a surprise too, because they don't tell you on your way in. Anybody here have a urologist? Do you have a urologist? You will. Oh, you will. Yeah. It gets complicated. You learn things like you don't. Your body doesn't age all at the same rate. That's another thing. Like, okay, I'll be 60. Not bad up here, right? Woo! My neck is 73. And my testicles are in a race for ground level. The left one is in the lead. The left one is the senior partner. I don't know if you know that. Does most of the fucking heavy lifting. Yeah. Can we get a round of applause for my left testicle? I love it. You guys I'm not so sure of, but I love my left testicle. I'm rather attached to it. As it goes. This here tonight, you know, I've had a great time. Not here this evening, but moments of my life. And you guys, I want to tell you, tremendous comedic people. But as an audience, roundly mediocre. So put your mediocre hands together and give me some fucking love, because I'm going to get the fuck out of here. I booked a show on Wednesdays in Pasadena called The Mix. You want to hear more about it, come and talk to me about it, or hit me at Paddy, PADDYFORCOMEDY. And now, put your hands together for the mistress of this island of misfit toys. Sam, come on!
Give it up for Patty.
Give it up for me!
I ain't killing a silent room, let's be real. For my latecomers, Venmo or cash, let's talk after. $10 to perform, $5 to watch. Let's bring up this comic. He's really eager to perform. Let's give it up for Brian!
Did you ever get so high? You feel like Biggie Smalls without the confidence? Just overeating and breathing weird and shit? Oh, man. I want to know if you prefer peanut butter and jelly or grilled cheese sandwiches?
Together.
Peanut butter and cheese sandwiches.
Peanut butter and cheese?
As one does.
Yeah, that's the correct answer. Very smart person. You must have been like a 4.0 student in school. Giving answers like that. So I was talking to my black homie last week, and he's asking me what my favorite sexual position is. And I was like, well, don't hold it against me, but I like missionary, you know what I mean? He's like, you think that's weird? He's like, nah, that's not weird. You just can't be short stroking it the whole time. You gotta throw in some long strokes. And then I realized there's a whole version of sex out there that doesn't involve a small penis. I didn't start beating off until I was 28, which is a little weird. I'd been in a gang, I'd been shot, I did all these drugs, but I wasn't cranking my old yank stick. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was the wet dream king of the South Side Chicago. If anyone pissed me off, I'd spend the night on their couch. But you guys seem pretty cool, though. I like the energy. I got diabetes.
Yeah.
That's not true. I shoot heroin. That's not true either. I'm not a loser. I snort that shit. But if anyone wants to hang out after the show, I got a car and everything, so we can have a good time. I smiled at a girl in the 3rd grade, and she said I had yellow teeth. And then my daughter walked up and I drove her home. But seriously, you guys seem like a lot of fun. Let's play around. So you guys would be very welcoming and hospitable if we hung out at some point. I got this friend Jimmy that likes crack, and I hung out with Jimmy last weekend, and guess what we did? Yeah, we did a little crack. The only problem came around when we ran out of money and crack. So I walked into this convenience store and stole a 40-ouncer. Dude behind the counter tried to grab me, so I swung at him. That's when I got my ass whipped by 3 7-Eleven workers. But you guys seem pretty chill. I don't know if you're into fucking cars and shit, but I got one. Parked outside somewhere. If you ever want to fucking hang out with me and my friend Jimmy. It's a lot of fun sometimes. So the punchline of this joke is,
What?
yeah, I'll give you the punchline first. It's a little strange, I know, but it's good. The punchline is, so I bought a waterbed instead. So I like big girls. Big fat girls. But I haven't had any luck lately. So I bought a waterbed instead. That's what I wrote down. That's what I said. I was listening to the radio last week, and this ad comes on. They're like, "Do you smoke meth?" I thought to myself, "Nah, but you got my attention." They're like, "Well, if you do and you don't want to stop, we got this clinical study where we'll pay you to smoke meth, take this medication." So I'm like, damn, I never tried meth. Because I was always scared about the safety. I was like, damn, it's a clinical setting. I get paid. This is a win-win for everybody. You know? So I got this intravenous meth going through my arm. Fucking higher than fucking Hitler at that sporting event. He was whacking his... I don't know if you saw that video. Anyway. But, yeah. So I got this intravenous meth going through my arm. And I know what you guys are thinking. That sounds a little dangerous. But don't worry about it. I have my mask on. I was fucking higher than... Jesus. You guys seem like a lot of fun, though. I ain't even gonna lie. If anyone wants to get in the car over there, you can do whatever we want. It's a free country. But I was in a sauna last week, and the dude next to me was like, "Yo, fam, how about you blow me?" So I didn't say nothing to him the rest of the time we're in there, because it's hard to talk with a dick in your mouth. My grandmother died. Her hair with the shotgun. I got mental health problems, so I went to see a therapist. And I told him I stuck my finger in my ass when I was in the shower, and he thought I was gay. So I didn't tell him about that time I blew a dude in a sauna. I didn't want him getting the wrong idea, you know what I mean? Thinking that big booty bitches be tripping sometimes. My name's Brian O'Shea.
Woo! Yeah, man.
So that means my initials are B.O. The kids at school used to be really cruel. They were like, "Your initials are B.O., faggot." They found out about that sauna situation. And they Anyone here into long nipples? Did I mention I got a car? I don't know if you guys are aware. I like to hang out in it with people after shows. But my grandpa got AIDS. They come to his house. And they help him out with his AIDS, you know. But you guys, did I mention my affinity, the love that's grown between us? All right, guys, I probably should get out of here at some point. Is there a light? I don't know what's going on.
You got 2 minutes.
Oh, wow. Is anyone against period sex? That's awesome, because I'm all about it. I like to leave hotel rooms looking like a crime scene.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, why am I gonna fuck up my bed when I could spend $60 at the Quality Inn? You know what I mean?
Oh.
That was a test to see how weirdo that guy is.
Definitely.
Weird shit. I don't
Least
know. What's going on. Something I read on this card that I don't want to read. But you want to read that? Here, you read it.
Oh, good. This would be great.
You read that. I don't want to read that out loud. You do it. Read it out loud to everybody, nice and loud.
Do any men want to fuck?
She switched up the wording a little bit. She changed the meaning of
Any
the
ladies want to
sentence
fuck?
a little bit.
I didn't see any hands go up. That's
See, it's weird when a lady says, "Does any men want to fuck?" Because it's just like you don't even have to ask the question. Isn't that strange though for a woman? She don't even have to use words. She don't have to do anything. She could just have sex. I don't know. It seems a little strange to me, but it's the way it is, right? The guy chooses, and the woman says if and when, right? Is that how it works? Something like that. Right?
If and when.
If and when. But the guy's like, I want you. You know what I mean? So, this dude blew me one time, right?
In the sauna.
No, I was me blowing a dude in the sauna, actually. But in this story, this a young gentleman blew me, right? And it was, you know what I mean? And it was like the best blowjob I ever got. Yeah, we did it. We did it in a romantic location, next to a tree, because that's how dudes roll. You know what I mean? You just don't give a fuck. It's like the ladies. Same thing with dudes. If you're with gay guys, apparently that was a. Isn't that weird? That was my one and only gay thing, blowjob from a dude. It was the best blowjob ever. And I stopped getting blowjobs from dudes. That's kind of weird. Maybe I had a revelation this evening. You guys are awesome. Hey, I got another one for you. I don't want to read that out loud. Let's see what she does with this one. If she
It's my time to get off stage.
Alright, I got.
You're hot mess.
Yeah, that's it. It's over. You guys are awesome. Car, smoking good weed. Everyone wants to walk around outside. Alright, thank you.
Give it up for Brian, guys! And his very kind hot take support with the long nipple community. I bet they're really happy about that, honestly. I've never heard someone say that. We got 2 more comics left, and let's keep this show going. I'm gonna bring up the comedy of the one and only Denise. Let's go, guys! Yo! I still need to get them out a little bit. Okay, Denise! Woo!
How are you guys?
Good.
I'm just working on some new stuff. Let's see how it goes. Nothing is committed to memory. Let's set the stage. You know, you can always tell how good of a neighborhood or how bad of a neighborhood you live in by the quality of junk left on the sidewalks. You know, the chairs, the mattresses, mirrors, dressers. You know, one man's junk is another man's treasure. So I used to live in a crappy neighborhood in North Hollywood, and the quality of furniture let me know that I lived in a crappy neighborhood in North Hollywood. I mean, like, the couches had cigarette burns in them, and the chairs had those butt indentations that you could tell, like, the previous owner was a 300-pounder. Okay, I was the previous owner, but that's okay. The mirrors and dressers were all broken, so it was like, you know, there was some sort of altercation that took place. But now, I live in the hills.
Ooh.
Not Beverly, not Hollywood. I live in Woodland Hills.
Yeah.
But it's still better than West Hills and North Hills. But the quality of the sidewalk junk has risen exponentially. I mean, it is like an Ashley showroom in my neighborhood. You know, I was taking a walk the other day, and I was contemplating getting. I mean, there was a perfectly beautiful couch on the side. So I'm looking, I'm taking a walk, and I'm like, damn, okay, you know, do I go back? Do I get my vehicle? And then Eduardo pulled up in his truck, and you know, I'm looking at him, he's looking at me, he was ready to go, and so I just had to basically let him have it, you know? What else? Is there anybody other than me that thinks you need to call ahead, like if it rains, does that change things, you know? Like it rained last week, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I called into my job to see if we were working that day because it was raining. You know, and they're like, this is a post office. Our motto is rain, sleet, snow, shine. You know, you have to work. Plus it's tax season, so people are expecting me to get out there and deliver the mail. But yeah, rain. I mean, when it rains, that kind of changes the trajectory. I think, like, you know, are we still going to have church? You know, is the stores going to be open? Are we still doing our comedy beat? It's raining outside. That changes things, you know. There's something there. I'm working on it. Is it just me, or is it, like, important to know what your mate's number is?
Important.
Is it important to know? Men, do you care what her number is? Do you want to know, like, how many? Do you want to know if your girl was a hoe?
Oh, I thought
my phone number.
Yeah, I didn't even. I had no idea what
I feel like I can't know. Like, I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I asked my, like, what's your number? What's your how many sex partners have you? And it went through that whole list, like that whole DMX song, you know, where he names like all the 40 women. Oh, anyway. Working on that. When I finish, I'll name the number. Guys, I went to I treated myself last week. I had a me day in Beverly Hills. I got my brows done.
Ooh.
At this place called Anastasia in Beverly Hills. Are you ladies familiar with that?
Mm-hmm. No.
Okay. In case you aren't familiar with who Anastasia in Beverly Hills is, she is the eyebrow specialist to J-Lo, Oprah, Kim Kardashian. Yes, bitches, I have the same brow person as Oprah. Yes,
Yeah.
I have made it. So of course, when I checked out, I had to check out everybody's brows. Everybody's brows there were just perfect. And so I was feeling myself, so I wanted to treat myself. And so 2 doors down is the restaurant called Crustaceans. Have you guys ever heard of this restaurant called Crustaceans in Beverly Hills?
Mm-mm. No.
Crustaceans in Beverly Hills is famous for its garlic noodles. You know, it's a beautiful place. It's kind of like a LA hotspot, paparazzi hang out there and all that kind of stuff. So I treated myself to Crustaceans for lunch, right? So I go in there and I order the garlic noodles. So my hot Latin waiter, Houston, says, do you want to add prawn or lobster to that? And I was like, yeah, I'm treating myself. Well, just add the lobster to it, right? Most delicious garlic noodles I've ever eaten. But guys, when I got the bill, it went from like a $30 order of noodles to $120 order of noodles because of the lobster.
Oh my God.
Because of the lobster. So immediately I said, Houston, we got a problem. I said, first of all, basically this is how I dress, right? You see me sitting here. You don't see a guy sitting across from me. You don't see rings on this finger. Houston, assume that I am paying for this meal by myself. You know, I'm in Beverly Hills. Do a Julia Roberts on me, pretty woman. Ask me if I can afford to eat here, okay? I was so embarrassed. He was so embarrassed. He was looking at me. I'm looking at him. The lobster's looking at me, and I'm like, you know, he was like, your brows are on fleek, by the way. But anyway, so basically, I ordered from the fucking side of the menu. You know what I'm saying? So guys, I understand when you take the lady out, and you expect to get a little bit afterwards, and she's like, you know, if, when, why, where, there's no ring on this finger, blah, blah, blah. I get you. I understand you. If the bitch orders lobster, she owes you a little something, you know? That's what I'm telling myself. You know, Denise, I know you're celibate, but when you get home, you are giving it up. Speaking of beauty, there's something else that we need to talk about that has just gotten so out of hand. Ladies, eyelashes. It's gone too far.
Yes.
It's gone too far. I was talking to my niece the other day, and her eyelashes are so long that when she blinks, I felt like Cleopatra with an Egyptian slave just fanning. You know, it was just so. And then I have this other friend. Her lashes are like the double. The double. You know, they're so thick. Right? That I can't tell if her eyes are open or closed. You know, we were on a road trip. I'm taking a nap. I wake up from my nap. Yes, I'm the type of person that will go with you on a road trip and sleep all the way. Don't expect us to have conversation. I'm not interested in your childhood and things like that. I woke up. I couldn't tell if this bitch was still driving or if she was asleep, you know. We were in a Tesla, so is it on autopilot back and forth? I have no idea. But the lashes have gotten out of hand. So guys, last but not least, I'm a woman of a particular age. I am. I'm a woman of a particular age. And my last relationship was with a guy who was much, 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 much younger than me. And the thing about it is when you're a woman of a particular age and you're dating a guy that's much, much, much younger than you, that means he is dating a woman who is much, much, much older than him, right? So it's very important that if you are fully a natural gray woman, that, you know, you kind of have to keep some color in your hair so there's no confusion, right? Because when I'm telling him to take out the garbage, I don't want you to answer me, yes, ma'am. You know what I mean? And the whole sex missionary thing. When you're dating a young guy, a much, much younger guy, and he is dating a much, much older woman, his days consist of online games like Minecraft and Fortnite and what's the other,
Warcraft.
Call of Duty type thing. That's half his day, and the other half is Pornhub, you know? So, and so he has like these ideas of grandeur about what our sex life is going to be, you know, because he is watching one porn film and they go from missionary to doggy style to fisting to name something. What else is there out there, you know? They're swinging from chandeliers in there. And I'm like, I'm not doing all that shit. Well, I am a woman of... Pick one. Pick one. You know, you don't get lobster with that. Anyway, guys, so I'm still working on this stuff, so hopefully next time it'll be all polished and memorized for you. Thank you. Have a good time.
Yeah, the news. Polished and memorized. I don't know. That's hard. That is hard. Okay. Bye. We have 2 more comics left now, and that's exciting because comedy's amazing. How are you guys feeling? Just so you know, we can't smoke in here. We can smoke outside. Love weed. Give it up for weed.
Yeah,
Give it up for weed. Period sex. dude, I wish periods just, I guess, felt like sex. I don't know. It's just like putting period next to sex is such a juxtaposition. You know what I'm saying? It's like, fuck. They're so different. When they come together, I guess it's nice. Oh, porn. I was gonna say, when I watch porn. It was for me. Basically, it's like I get distracted. Well, first of all, I'm like, is it ethically sourced? Is it free range? And I'm just like, this is where I'm at right now. I'm talking about porn and I'm like putting this shit on my head. But that was too much. But I watch it and I'm like, damn, like she looks like she's having a good time. I'm like, are they friends like that? You know what I mean? And then I wonder what she's thinking about. You know what I mean? Where it's like, does she have somebody who she romantically has sex with, and are they living up? Anyways, so let's give it up for the one and only Allie. She's a big part of our team. She came out here tonight. You guys are lucky to see her. Give it up for Allie, you guys! Woo!
Tall. I'm tall, but that's really tall. How are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Woo! Friday night. Yeah. Anyone going out after this? Where do kids and where do people go these days? To bed. Do you hang out in your car? Do you bring dates there?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What are they doing there?
We have sex.
Okay, in the back seat or front seat?
Front.
Do you do that thing on the swing where you straddle each other?
Yeah.
She goes on the front and then you just swing?
Yeah.
Right? Really? Where do you get these chicks? Where do you find them?
At open mics.
Craigslist? Open mic chicks. Fucking yeah, like Sam said. I'm trying to date, but it's really hard. Anyone dating in here? Dating? No? I'm chronically being put in the friend zone. I'm like the friend zone. I'm like always in the friend zone. I don't know what it is with my age group, but they're like, okay, they see you want me, and they're like, friend zone immediately, right? I don't even know how to get dudes. I've been sober for so long. Like, you know what? So you know how sober people like talk to each other? They stare at each other across the room. Come on, there's no booze. There's no booze involved. Everyone's uglier when you're sober. I'll tell you that much, dude. Everyone smells and they're ugly, right? Please forgive my outfit. I just got off work. I gave up, by the way. Shoelaces. Who has time for it? Nobody, right? Yeah, but I'm trying to date and it's really hard. It's so hard because girls, first of all, we need as women to be dating multiple guys at the same time. Can you clap it up for multiple guys? Come on, you're putting all your eggs in one basket. I see these 20-year-old chicks and they're like, we're in love. I'm like, give it a couple years, right? You think you know everything in your 20s, don't you? Sorry, Sam, we're 20 now. But honestly, you think you know everything, right? That's your person. When you're 21, that's my person. We're gonna get married. And then, well, like, you just end up flopping. It's a big fucking giant nothing burger. I'll tell you that much. I'm pretty cynical. I've been in 2 6-year relationships, and those were big nothing burger. Give it up for nothing burgers. Come on, relationships. Hard. It's hard out there. It's hard to be alive, isn't it? It's hard to be alive. Everything's so expensive now. I went to Whole Foods. I tried to buy eggs for like $9.99 for 12 eggs. Give it up for Biden, inflation. Fucking go woke, go broke. I went so woke. I worked on a conspiracy podcast for 3 years. And it's like, you know, okay, I was a ghostwriter, okay? And that to me was like a big deal. I grew up on NPR, and there's a show called Ghostwriter. Does anyone remember that show? Ghostwriter. Just me. And so being a ghostwriter was like that was like I fucking made it, dude. But the problem with being a ghostwriter is you work on a show and you got 60,000 people that are watching what you're doing, but nobody knows that it's you. So when you leave the show, you have 14 loyal followers who really know the truth, right? And then you're just fucking shit posting all day long with memes and conspiracies. And the second you say, oh, I'm into conspiracies, people are like, Get the fuck out of here. Go back to the tent that you came from, right? What's up with that? I don't know. I like conspiracy theorists are like the homeless people of politics. Isn't that true? The second you say conspiracy, dudes just fucking run the other direction. I'm like, yeah, don't you want to talk about Kennedy? Dude, I work at the Beverly Wilshire Hotel. I'm a concierge, and I split my hair right down the middle, and I do the fucking concierge, greasy looking, you know, the Pretty Woman Hotel. Come on, she said it, right? There's this hotel called the Ambassador in LA. It's a famous hotel. That's where Bobby Kennedy got shot, right? I know, it's crazy, right? But the second you mention, oh, it could be a conspiracy, people are like, okay, you're in the friend zone, right? Friend zone immediately. I don't know about it, but what I do know is that I need to work on my material, and that's why I'm here tonight. Okay? These are new. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to date, but I'm a chronic avoider. Okay? Avoidant. Any avoidance in here?
Woo! So much avoidance.
I know. I'm trying to figure out what my attachment style is, and I guess I'm like a fearful, avoidant, anxious, preoccupied. I don't get it. Right? I don't get it. And then on top of it, I'm ADHD, so I'm like on the spectrum, neurodivergent. I can't handle anything. You know, the second there's a sign of trouble, I'm fucking out of there. It's too bright. It's too loud. I can't handle it. And so I'm single, is what I'm trying to say. And I got nothing. And I live in a studio apartment in Hollywood, and I'm living the fucking dream. Isn't that the dream? What's up with that? People are like, yeah, isn't that funny? They're like, you're going to Hollywood on what's that show?
American Idol.
American Idol, right? They're like, you're going to Hollywood, and everyone in Hollywood's like, get the fuck out, you know, like, where? You're coming to fucking 10 Central, right? It's like nothing. It's a relic. It's like we got Madame Tussauds and fucking Spider-Man and Superman on Hollywood Boulevard, and I guess the Oscars are coming up. Anyone gonna watch the Oscars? A couple people?
Yes.
Kimmel's hosting the Oscars. Can we get some real comedians to host? What's up with that? Fuck that shit. That was safe. That was a safe choice, wasn't it? That was really a safe choice. Well, that's Hollywood for you. They don't want to fucking... You can't poke the bear as a comic. They just want you to shut up and get the fuck out of there. And if you're Will Smith, you could just slap the shit out of people and still get a fucking Oscar. Isn't that the truth? What the hell? What's up with that guy, dude? I don't get it.
Slap me.
Oh!
Slap you? Maybe. But you look like you might like that a little. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is Hollywood dying. Is it dying?
Yeah.
Are we entering a weird stage of Hollywood where this shit is dying? We need to bring this shit back to life.
Yeah,
That's why we're here, right? I don't know. I went to the Comedy Store the other night and I had a great time, and everyone was so funny, but the crowd was like, they couldn't handle the jokes. I'm like, you fucking sensitive motherfuckers. You're in a comedy club. What are you doing? You're not even laughing. It's hard to make people laugh. You gotta do like a jig or something. I don't know what the people want. I'm trying to like find out what the market needs so I can like move and maneuver in there and find a niche. But if you're a girl, I guess you have to talk about dating all the time. You gotta talk about dating and how fucked up you are and how fucked up your parents made you. And you just gotta sit up here and self-deprecate. Or else, like, what else is there? I don't get it. I don't know. Well, I would like to self-deprecate and tell you I live in Hollywood near a bunch of fucking tents. And I thought it was a dream, but it's not so much a dream anymore. They're raising the rent. I don't know, how do you raise... Okay, did anyone see the rent lately? How are you going to charge $2,000 for a studio apartment that's like the size of this room, even at like half of this room, with a fucking tent city right next to you? And they're like, this is beautiful. This is beautiful Hollywood. I don't get it. I don't know. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Hashtag trying. That's all we can do is just hashtag try all over town, right? And just like look like you're homeless. I mean, that's all. I mean, really, if you just look like you're homeless, nobody will fucking bother you. And I'm a white lady, so if I take the bus, I just start talking to myself, and I fucking start chewing my face a little bit, and nobody fucking talks to you. And that's the beauty of being white. being a white woman, people think you're crazy. I will shank, they look at you like you could shank somebody. Isn't that true? I don't know. People say I'm kind of a tomboy. But I grew up taking public transportation. So you gotta fucking concave your shit and fucking be a dude about it a little bit. But what I didn't know is that they want you even more. Right? Come on, guys. This is a West Hollywood joke. Did that land?
Yeah.
Not really? Okay. I'm trying out some new stuff here. Woo! I'm originally from how much time do I have? I'm so sorry.
Oh, you have like a minute.
Alright. Well, I guess I'll give the minute back to the room. I'm just trying some things, and I'm happy to be here. And thanks everyone for coming out. My name is Ashley.
Woo! Give it up for all you guys! Woo! Why? Why? I love when women do that. When you just say hi and they're like, sorry. No, I'm so sorry. Hey guys, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna bring up one more comic. Monica, get up here and give me 5. Give me 5. Jeez, Denise, you're so tall.
All right, thanks guys for staying till the end. Woo! Yeah, thank you guys for staying. Yeah, this has been a great show so far. That joke that you told, the last bit, you blew that way out of abortion. Yeah, and I'm pretty new to LA, so you said you live in West Hollywood, right?
I live in like Hollywood.
Hollywood. Yeah, I went that area for the first time. People that live there, they're intense. Sorry. Yeah, so, I'm pretty new to comedy still, and I've been, trying to do some more writing, and I have about, 8 good bits now, so I have a bite. I wrote that joke specifically with my sister in mind. My sister studied computer science in college, which is, really strange to me because they're non-binary, and trans. But yeah, so it's Women's History Month. Yay. I love being part of a minority that's 50% of the population. Makes so much sense. And I'm happy all of you are here because you are supporting a woman-owned business. Woo! Get up for Cindy who couldn't be here. When I was starting out, Cindy gave me one important lesson about comedy, and she's like, as a woman, don't make period jokes. She advocated for a lack of jokes about periods. So I'm going to be making some jokes about the lack of periods. So I had amenorrhea for 4 years. Amenorrhea is when you don't get your period. And amenorrhea is one of those conditions that you don't want to have, but you also don't mind having. Not getting your period is pretty great. You can wear white pants. You can wear pants. You can go about your day without a literal stick up your ass. Wait, I already do that. And you can masturbate at any time of the month. I only realized how much amenorrhea was a problem when I was 16. I had my first gynecologist visit, and my gynecologist said, "Monica, you have the ovaries of a 9-year-old." Which is pretty offensive to 9-year-olds. No, but seriously, amenorrhea is a big problem. Messes up your bones, your fertility, your hormones, and it makes girls really jealous of you. I don't have it anymore. I've been getting normal periods for a year, and it's been not without its side effects, because I've gone so long without any. I've been getting my period every 2 weeks for the past 3 months, and that's the period of time that a woman goes to poo, and it's kind of messed up my hormones. I've been getting really bad cravings. I'll be talking to Patty, but all I'm thinking about is beyond Patty. I was on my phone the other day, and my grandpa was like, "Monica, are you looking at Indian broadcasting company Doordarshan?" I was like, "I thought this is DoorDash." But it's come with some perks. My chest has gone from concave to slightly less concave. I still am built like a Lego. My ass grew 3 pant sizes, which how could you blame it? And my sex drive has skyrocketed because I have more eggs than an Easter bunny orgy. Yeah, I just started this new birth control pill, and yeah, my sex drive has gone from like country club golf cart to Tesla in like 12 hours. Like I'm getting attracted to everything, like a magnet, but more bipolar. You know, like the other day, with the rain and everything, I saw this one girl with this beautiful yellow jacket and this umbrella, and my friend was like, Monica, stop looking at the Morton salt packaging. My friend was like, Monica, that woman is like 150 years old. I was like, you have a problem with that? She's like, that woman's literally a two-dimensional figure. I'm like, that's reductive. My friend, she's this really nice Indian girl, and she's the woman on the Land O'Lakes butter packaging. Anyways, yeah, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thank you so much for listening, for staying. Happy Friday, first Friday of the month, and I hope you all had a good time. Yeah. And sorry, I usually don't go twice on a Friday, but thank you for Sam for letting me do some songing.
Woo! Yeah.
Yeah!
Let's get this shit done so everybody can go and fucking start their period. That's what's happening. Is everybody late or early right now? Okay, guys, thanks for staying. It's been great. We've laughed, we've cried, we've bled, we've shedded. Sorry, it's just rare that we talk about period so much, you know, like, and I'm just gonna
No, it like never happens.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit in a pool of it and smell it and savor in this moment of which there is freedom. So let's have a good night, you guys. Stay tuned. Watch us next week. I'm Sam. Thank you, Sunda Kronquist, guys. She can be here. She's that woman with all the famous people everywhere. She made this place, and it's really not like any other open mic. To our new people, thanks for coming. To our audience member, Mark. Oh my God, the king. You stay because you got the couch. That's the only reason you stay here. Don't touch the seat. There's period on it. No, I'm kidding. Okay, and let's have a good night, everybody. See you next time. Bye. Happy birthday.